The mighty Komodo dragon can weigh up to 200 pounds, armed with razor-sharp teeth and a venomous bite that is powerful enough to bring down a water buffalo. But what happens when this apex predator makes a disastrous mistake and targets the wrong opponent? Today, we're diving in ourselves to uncover 15 of nature's strangest animals that even the deadliest hunters instinctively avoid. These creatures have developed defense systems so bizarre and so effective, they've basically exempted themselves from the food chain. Let's kick off things with number 15, stonefish. This cute fish carries the deadliest venom of any known fish. Their 13 dorsal spines inject neurotoxins that inflict unbearable pain, tissue decay, and if untreated, potentially death within hours. The venom destroys red blood cells while attacking the nervous system, delivering a triple threat impact few predators risk. Their camouflage is disturbingly effective, skin patterns and textures so realistic they vanish into the seafloor. They remain completely still for hours, rendering themselves invisible to both prey and predator. Marine biologists have struggled to find them in controlled settings, even knowing their location. Bottom-feeding predators like rays and sharks show a clear sense of spatial avoidance, steering clear of areas where stonefish live. The rare attacks caught on record end quickly, usually with rapid retreat. Their venomous spines leave a lasting memory. It isn't just their poison that's terrifying, it's how effortlessly they become part of the reef. For any animal with teeth, misjudging a stonefish can be a big mistake. Number 14. Tasmanian devil. Despite weighing barely 26 pounds, Tasmanian devils deliver some of the most aggressive confrontations seen in the wild. Their jaws exert over 1,200 pounds of pressure per square inch, stronger than many larger carnivores. When provoked, they unleash bone-rattling screams, bare their fangs, and emit an overwhelming scent from their anal glands while charging at intruders. Regardless of size disparity, devils behave with such wild intensity that most predators rethink their options. They devour carcasses whole, bones, tendons, and everything, which reinforces their identity as powerful, no-nonsense scavengers. Their nocturnal screeching can travel across great distances, warning nearby animals. Apex predators like dingoes avoid areas where devil populations thrive. Feral cats and invasive foxes shift hunting routines around devil activity, often leaving kills behind. Studies show their aggression triggers flight instincts in animals that could physically dominate them. The Tasmanian devil survives through brute force and chaos, earning its title not just from behavior, but from the guttural reaction it provokes in anything foolish enough to engage. So, never mess with this guy. Number 13. Tropical eel. The Komodo dragon, dominant across Indonesia's islands with its serrated teeth and crushing jaws, doesn't hesitate to snatch prey from shallow waters. But in one rare encounter, the target was a tropical eel, and the outcome didn't go as expected. Unlike their electric South American relatives, tropical eels defend themselves not with volts, but with slipperiness and biochemistry. Their slick, scaleless bodies release a thick mucus barrier that makes them just ungraspable. As the Komodo bites down, the eel's slime expands inside its mouth, building a suffocating, revolting mess. Just like sharks abandon hagfish once the slime sets in, the Komodo dragon shakes violently and spits the eel into the shallows, unwilling to choke for a meal that now reeks of chemical disgust. For the eel, survival isn't about brute strength, it's about turning the meal into a nightmare. Footage and field reports show similar outcomes across species. The wrong meal becomes no meal at all. Even the top predator sometimes misjudges its own target. Number 12. Honey badger. This guy may be small, but trust us, it's relentless. The honey badger is nature's answer to fearlessness. Armed with loose, thick skin and a confrontational mindset, this creature can absorb bites, stings, and even elephant kicks like their background noise. Its skin, only a few millimeters thick, resists penetration, allowing the badger to twist and maneuver inside a predator's grip, slipping out just in time. But brute toughness is just part of its arsenal. Honey badgers possess a venom-resistant trait that lets them survive strikes from deadly snakes like puff adders and cobras, then counter with bone-snapping jaws. They've been seen raiding beehives in full attack mode, relying on insane pain tolerance and immune strength. Predators and prey alike avoid this unhinged mammal. Cobras steer clear. Even leopards easily capable of overpowering lesser mammals often retreat when confronted by the honey badger's unrelenting chaos. In the wild, raw nerve, sheer persistence, and a don't-care attitude make this compact fighter one of the most ferocious animals alive. If you see one, be sure to stay away. Number 11. Opossum. The opossum's play dead routine isn't just theater. It's a biologically hardwired psychological strategy that's fooled predators for ages. When danger strikes, the opossum collapses into a rigid, wide-eyed state that mimics death so convincingly, most predators walk away assuming the kill has gone rotten. Their act involves drooling, releasing a rancid-smelling fluid from their anal glands, and remaining limp even while being poked or lifted. This trance-like condition, called thanatosis, taps directly into predator psychology. Many carnivores instinctively avoid eating decaying flesh. Opossums can hold this state for up to 4 hours, far outlasting the attention span of most threats. The foul odor simulates decomposition, adding a layer of sensory realism to the performance. Coyotes, dogs, and foxes often leave them behind after a quick sniff. Birds of prey lose interest when movement ceases. Scientists estimate opossum death feigning works more than 80% of the time. Combined with strong immune systems and disease resistance, opossums are walking proof that acting dead saves lives. Number 10. Naked mole rat. These strange, hairless rodents have made themselves nearly immune to predators, not with size or speed, but with strategy, chemistry, and teamwork. Naked rats live in big underground colonies run like insect hives, with one queen and hundreds of dedicated workers. The tunnels are tight, winding, and nearly impossible for larger animals to navigate. When attacked, workers swarm the intruder while others block exits. They lack substance P, a key neurotransmitter for pain, allowing them to fight without hesitation or retreat. Their skin is rich in acids that irritate predators' mouths, and their front teeth are strong enough to pierce through snakes. Even venom doesn't faze them. Scientists have confirmed their resistance to multiple toxins. Snakes, their primary threat, avoid their burrows altogether. Their cooperative defense is so intense that single mole predation rarely succeeds. Combine that with a toxic bite, pain insensitivity, and total social structure, and you get a mammal that's turned itself into something no predator wants to mess with. Number 9. Electric catfish. African rivers are home to these biological batteries, able to release electric shocks reaching 450 volts. Electric catfish rely on specialized electrocyte cells, similar to those found in electric eels, adapted specifically for freshwater ecosystems. Their electrical organs can fire repeatedly with no drop in output, creating underwater electric bursts strong enough to incapacitate both attackers and prey. Unlike their oceanic counterparts, electric catfish use their electricity as both offense and defense, adjusting intensity depending on threat level. They emit low-voltage pulses for navigation, then jump to full-force discharges when threatened. New studies suggest they coordinate attacks by syncing electric pulses with nearby catfish, amplifying the shock effect. Nile crocodiles, dominant predators in these rivers, avoid areas with catfish activity. Even hippos, known for aggressive dominance, steer clear of waters known for electric catfish. Large waterfowl refuse to dive where they're active. Fishing crews use insulated gear to avoid accidental shocks. For anything that touches it, one jolt is enough to remember forever. Number 8. Bombardier beetle. Well, engineering genius shows up in nature too, and few match the Bombardier beetle's ability to produce and eject boiling chemical spray with precise aim. These insects create internal blasts by combining hydrogen peroxide and hydroquinones inside their abdomen, triggering explosive chemical reactions that reach 212 degrees while unleashing toxic quinones. They rotate their bodies mid-spray, hitting targets from multiple angles within seconds. The reaction happens in milliseconds, allowing the beetles to release several rapid bursts during a single encounter. Each spray delivers severe irritation, while the temperature causes instant discomfort. Scientists studying non-lethal weapon design have investigated their internal mechanisms for efficiency and control. Spiders, usually aggressive insect hunters, avoid Bombardier beetles entirely. Birds react with visible panic after encountering the chemical burst, often exhibiting distress for hours. Even ants, which typically swarm and overpower smaller bugs, avoid areas with high Bombardier beetle presence. The defense doesn't rely on fear. It burns, blinds, and confuses, leaving predators hesitant to ever come back for round 2. Number 7. Skunk. The skunk's reputation is legendary, but its defense isn't just about smell. It's about chemical precision and delivery. These mammals can fire a concentrated sulfur-based spray up to 15 feet, causing immediate nausea, eye irritation, and temporary blindness. The main ingredient, thiol, lingers for weeks, sticking to fur, feathers, and skin with brutal persistence. Scientific breakdown reveals the spray contains 7 different sulfur compounds, each contributing to a full sensory overload. The spray's oily makeup ensures it clings to attackers long after the encounter. Skunks can release up to 5 bursts before depleting their supply, giving them enough ammunition for repeated encounters. Mountain lions, wolves, and bears display learned aversion, actively avoiding skunk-dense regions. But not every predator avoids them. Great horned owls seem largely immune, likely due to poor olfactory senses. Even so, when given other options, most owls hunt elsewhere. Domestic dogs that get sprayed often never make the same mistake twice. One encounter is enough to trigger lifelong pattern recognition. Number 6. Horned lizard. When standard defenses fail, horned lizards unleash one of nature's most bizarre counterattacks, projecting blood from their eyes up to 5 feet. This blood is laced with chemicals that taste vile to canines and other mammals, making it an instant deterrent. The process involves rupturing vessels around the eyes, creating a sudden high-pressure stream aimed with surprising accuracy. But that's just one layer of defense. Horned lizards also have sharp spines lining their body and can inflate themselves with air to appear larger and harder to swallow. Their earthy tones allow them to blend seamlessly with desert terrain until provoked. Coyotes and foxes confronted with the blood spray often recoil and flee, disturbed by the unexpected response. The combination of painful flavor, visual shock, and surprise buys them just enough time to escape. It's not strength or speed that saves the horned lizard, it's shock factor, defense in layers, and making sure the attacker never wants to make the same mistake again. Number 5. Hagfish. Hagfish may resemble primitive eels, but they've perfected a defense so foul it's nearly unbeatable. When under attack, a single hagfish can eject up to 20 liters of dense, choking slime in seconds, turning the surrounding water into a suffocating gel that clogs gills and mouths alike. This isn't basic mucus. Hagfish slime contains unique protein fibers stronger than spider silk and more elastic than nylon. Sharks have been seen gagging and thrashing in full retreat, desperately trying to clear their gills while the hagfish slithers away untouched. The slime expands exponentially in seawater, forming a thick cloud that immobilizes predators many times its size. Commercial fisheries consider hagfish a worst-case scenario. Just one can slime an entire catch, ruining tons of product. Even sperm whales, who eat just about anything, avoid zones where hagfish roam. When survival means making yourself utterly disgusting, the hagfish delivers one of the most effective deterrents nature has ever engineered. All right, let's move to number 4. Leopard seal. Leopard seals rule Antarctica's waters with unmatched aggression, and their lethal precision makes them virtually untouchable by other hunters. Weighing up to 1,300 pounds and armed with a jaw full of interlocking razor-sharp teeth, these predators actively hunt penguins, other seals, and even small whales. Unlike other seal species that flee at the first sign of danger, leopard seals display brazen hostility even toward animals larger than themselves. Their incredible speed and aquatic control make a fence their best defense. They can reach speeds of 25 miles per hour underwater and have been documented pursuing threats several times their size. Orcas occasionally prey on them, but even they struggle with the seal's speed and viciousness. Great white sharks keep their distance entirely, recognizing them not as prey but competition. Research ships are instructed to stay cautious. Leopard seals are known to approach vessels and inspect equipment with force. Among predators, few creatures match the leopard seal's mix of brutality, agility, and fearlessness. What do you think about this beauty? Number 3. Axolotl. Think of a creature so durable that losing limbs, organs, or even parts of its brain barely slows it down. The axolotl boasts regenerative powers so extreme they make it nearly untouchable to predators who rely on permanent damage. In just weeks, it can regrow full limbs complete with bone, muscle, nerves, and blood vessels. That's not science fiction, it's biology in action. Native to Mexico's ancient lake systems, axolotls retain juvenile traits their entire lives, a condition called neoteny, which plays a major role in their healing power. Recent high-resolution imaging shows that their regrowth involves stem cells capable of transforming into any tissue type, turning them into living regeneration labs. Predatory fish often attack the same axolotl repeatedly, only to find it completely healed the next day. The energy wasted trying to destroy it outweighs any nutritional gain. Axolotls can also absorb oxygen through both skin and gills, adding to their resilience. When nature makes something this hard to break, predators tend to give up. Number 2. Mantis shrimp. Armed with the fastest punch known in nature, the mantis shrimp can deliver blows with the velocity of a bullet, creating cavitation bubbles that explode with extra force. Its specialized raptorial appendages strike at 75 feet per second, generating shock waves capable of stunning prey and shattering shells and nerves. These crustaceans also possess the most advanced eyesight in the animal kingdom, with 16 photoreceptor types compared to a human's 3. This allows them to detect polarized light, UV spectrums, and circular polarization, granting them a level of environmental awareness unmatched by predators. They spot threats from a distance and respond with frightening precision. Even octopuses, known for problem-solving and ambush tactics, avoid mantis shrimp territory. Larger fish alter their swimming depth to steer clear. Fishermen handle them carefully. Their strikes can break fingers and puncture gloves. Aquariums use thick glass and special tools when housing them. With high-speed weaponry and supercharged vision, mantis shrimp aren't just hard to kill, they're dangerous to approach. Number 9. Pufferfish. Adaptation is this fish's entire identity, shifting from an unassuming swimmer into a spiked, ballooned nightmare within seconds. Pufferfish inflate by rapidly swallowing water or air, expanding their elastic stomachs to nearly triple their normal size. This sudden transformation, paired with sharp defensive spines, creates a nightmare for any predator. But inflation isn't their only defense. Many species carry tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin roughly 1,200 times more potent than cyanide. It's concentrated in their liver, skin, and ovaries, making them one of the deadliest meals in the ocean. In Japan, chefs who prepare fugu require years of certification just to serve it safely. Studies show that predators learn quickly to avoid puffers, recognizing their shape and scent. Even sharks known for eating almost anything actively avoid them. Moray eels, despite their crushing bite, retreat when cornered by an inflated puffer lodged inside a reef. With visual warnings, chemical defenses, and a body built to choke attackers, the pufferfish leaves few predators eager for seconds. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon.